Hello friends, come on in, join me for more Dark Souls. This is Self-Critical Automaton, and today we're doing the next chunk of Sen's Fortress. So yeah, picking up exactly where we left off, I'm just going to tilt this over to send those giant boulders down the down to fill up that big hole, and check out where these ones were rolling. Roll, roll, roll. Ah, look, steps. Steps are always good. So, door does not open from this side. To get into that room, you have to go up the elevator. The, risky, dangerous elevator that I mentioned. This one, however, is already open. There's two of the elevators. There's one of them here. So, if you watch, it goes up, and then it goes up again, and that's what kills you. So, I'm going to try and get onto that on its way down. Not on its way up, because that would be stupid. I'm saying that to myself so that I don't run forwards like an idiot. That was a bit dangerous. Roll! Ah, okay, so that's... So the lift that I've found already down here in the Mimic room is the lift that goes up to the room we can already access. How very strange. I suppose that's supposed to be a safe way, safe for a given value of safe, way back up. Ah, see the wall's smashed open. Let's wait for the next boulder and then go grab that item. There we go. Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. Good old Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. That's a ring that increases your item drop chance. I suppose one of the reasons I have such low drop chances is because item drops scale with humanity, and I spend a lot of time running around with 0 humanity, so... Case in point, I'm undead at the moment. I will be rehumaning myself once we get to the top of Sen's Fortress. I don't want to do it before then in case I die horribly. Which seems fairly reasonable to me. Okie dokie. So, back to what we were doing. Oh yeah, I was rambling about what Sen's Fortress may or may not be. So, later on, at the end of Sen's Fortress, we will find a big ol' ha, look, there's the sleeping chap, see? Now, if I hadn't quit and then, at the end of last episode, we would have killed him with the boulder that went through here. Oh, come on, that should have been a backstab. There we go. Lightning Spear already paying dividends. It is pretty much the most powerful weapon you can get at this point in the game. To upgrade something to lightning, it has to be plus 10, so this is functionally a plus 10 spear that does lightning damage instead of extra physical damage. Of course, it has the downside of all spears of pretty narrow point of attack. Still, doing pretty well so far. Bit worryingly low on Estus, though. Hello? What a big hat you have.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times.
Thank you.
I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea.
I can see his face.
Free, mold and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and source.
Oh, you could you?
Melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
So yeah, we'll get a key for him and come back and let him out later. You may or may not remember that Griggs of Vinheim spoke about his master being, Big Hat Logan. Or... Well, hold on, no. No, yeah, Griggs of Vinheim spoke about Logan as his master. It's Rickert of Vinheim who refers to Logan as a legend from centuries ago. Rickert of Vinheim being the chap locked underground. The smith we met right back at the beginning of the game, near New Londo. Boulder, 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 boulder? Nope. These traps are quite a pain to deal with, but it's always easier if you're a little boulder. Haha! Oh, Jesus. No! Whoa, that was close! Fucking hell! I thought the traps didn't reset. Oh, but yeah, okay, no, the traps reset when you quit the game and log back in, all the traps reset, but the monsters don't. They only reset when you rest at a bonfire. Fuck me. I'm not sure how this ended up happening, but it's quite amusing. Monster Pinata. Hey. I have strung him up as a warning to all of the others. I'm gonna pop a humanity here, because I'm really low on health. I've got plenty, but it's always a bit of a pain to risk wasting it. We're still quite far from Sen's Fortress Bonfire. So, sprint up here, get ready to roll, and... roll! Oh, Jesus! Oh, Gwyn. Oh, sweet Gwendolyn. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Right. Oh, that was not what I meant to pop. God damn it. I should just reset all of my items. Humanity. What else is useful here? None of the rest of this, really. So, yeah. Right, so, there's two ways to go from here. There's this way, and there's the way from the bottom of this place. I'm just going to tilt this so that it punts them out the back of there. If you look, there's a big wooden mallet that... where is it? There we go. Big wooden and iron mallet that punts them in directions. Oh yeah, I was talking about lore, wasn't I? Well, no, I wasn't. I keep starting to talk about lore and then getting distracted. Sen's Fortress is built at the very foot of Anor Londo. And we'll see a bit later on a giant gateway that's been bricked up, seemingly eons ago. And... what's around this corner? I can't remember this bit. Tense. Very tense. Much tension. Oh, it's just a hole. Okay, bye. Bye, hole. Bye-bye. Not gonna fall down another hole, nope. Oh shit, I should not have said that. That almost certainly guarantees I'm gonna fall down another hole. Please be rolling the other way. So yeah, Sen's Fortress. It's the fortress at the foot of Anor Londo, the city of the gods. And there are various implications over the course of the game that in ages past there were that was close. In ages past there were various yeah, I know what's happening here. Haha. Yeah, this bit's a bit of a pain. This is all a bit of a pain. Right. Is there... no, I think we just run over this bit. I don't want to get knocked off. So that'd be bad. Let's go. Snake Man! London. And a backstab. Now I think this is the other lift, but don't quote me on it. Oh, okay, bye. Are you... oh, he's still alive. That's... I guess that's not very far down. Ah, now he's dead. There we go. Okay. So, pretty tense. Pretty tense. Anor Londo. City of the Gods, etc. So it seems that the... yeah, it's best to go all out when you've got the lightning spear. Just stab. The City of the Gods. Blah, 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 blah. The thing about I'm never going to get a backstab. The thing about the thing that I was talking about is that... dear, is that... okay, so... it's this big fortress full of traps and it sits at the bottom of Anor Londo. It seems like, therefore, it is a connection between the mortal world and the world of the gods, and therefore... you see that guy? Let's see if we can... Ouch. That's not what I wanted to see. It's possible to shoot past the thingamajig and hit it without it being able to hit you, but it's always a bit of a risk. Now, there's some areas I'm... Aha! Fantastic. There's some areas I'm not going to check out, which really I should, but, frankly, at this point, I just want to get to the bonfire. So I will talk about them next episode, but might not go for them, or I might come back and do them later. Oh, fuck. Well, it was nice while it lasted. So, you probably don't want to see me work my way through there again, but it'll be a lot faster now that I have the lightning spear, and that I don't have to check out every nook and cranny. Plus this will give me more opportunities to talk about lore, which I keep getting distracted out of doing by horrible snake men. It's really easy to lure these guys into the trap, by the way. And sometimes the trap just goes straight through them. Stab, 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 stab. Lightning goes through shields. Well, I mean, all shields have some lightning resistance, but most don't have very much, so it's good to be able to still hurt these guys. See? Much, much easier than the last time we fought one. Or rather, the last time we fought that one in particular. Where's his mate? There he is. You just gotta circle round and do a stab. Snakes are allergic to lightning, this is a true fact. As anyone who has raised pet snakes will know. So, it's kind of a testing ground. Is a mortal worthy to visit the City of the Gods? Well, can they get through this giant horrible fortress of traps? And I think the thing about... I don't think that the snake men are endemic to this place. I think that, well, I mean, there are implications that they are tied to Seath the Scaleless, and possibly that Seath himself created them, or mutated them from existing things. Now, my theory that I've mentioned before about the fact that some things shimmer out and some things leave corpses, I think things that shimmer out are things that have either been directly created by the Divine, or things that have in some way become touched by the Divine to a large extent. So, because we've seen, it's not just... There's the guy up there. There he is. Haha. To get that item, we need to drop down there into the horrible pit, which is survivable but risky. There are, I think, 4 Titanite demons down there, and the safe way to drop down is at the other end of this particular stretch, where there is a dangerous thing. So, I mean, I normally try and show all of the items that are available to get in every area, but I don't really think it's worth it with Sen's Fortress. There are some very good items, but I don't want to have to die 50 times to get all of them, because I can't... I can remember the main layout perfectly, but there's bits of other stuff that I don't recall. Oh, did you hear that? Tiny little bell ring. Don't know why it cut out like that. Let's just roll past this. So, the shimmering out. So, the knights shimmer out. That's because they... I don't think that the Silver Knights, the Knights of Gwyn, I don't think that they were people, or giants, or humans. And there is, incidentally, an ambiguity between what is a giant, what is a human, what's the difference? I personally think that there is just one kind of a person, and that someone's importance is tied to their mythic significance, and their mythic significance alters their size. This is why Gwyn is massive. We see his coffin much later on in the game, and yeah, it's huge. We'll meet a giantess eventually. Sorry, not a giantess, a goddess, who is giant. Are you... Did he not... How did he get past that trap? It's not fair. Snakes should set off traps too. Not traps just for me. Let's see if we can get a snack snab, or snake backstab, if you will. So yeah, once you've got the lightning spear, these guys are just, you know, you can just ace them easily. Right. I'm going to assume that the boulders are rolling this way. Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Boulder roller. There we go. Yeah, so I think that... Ooh, nasty, nasty. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, so I think that the Knights of Gwyn, I mean, we never see any of them outside of their armour. We only ever see these big, imposing, faceless silver armours. So what does that possibly mean? I think that they aren't people, in a sense. I think that they are things he created. In the sense that, in mythologies, or interpretations of mythologies, angels are often organisms created by God in order to serve as messengers, servants, warriors. Well, that's what the Silver Knights are. That's why, when they die, they shimmer out. Because they never really had a body to begin with. They were created by Gwyn to serve him. I think that the same is true of the demons, except that they were not created deliberately by a deity to serve. They— oh no! Well, that's, what, like 100,000 souls down the drain? Fucking hell. Dear oh dear. Yeah, so, Sen's Fortress, it's a fucking nightmare. But yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about lore. So the giant rat in the sewers, it shimmered out, but other rats don't shimmer out. Why? Because it was huge. It was what one might call unnatural, even though it is a natural organism. So that rat had clearly become part of the mythos of this place. Of the undead burg, particularly. This is, you know, a creature that the people who lived in the lower reaches of the undead burg feared, maybe. Just like New York has its legends of albino sewer alligators, the undead burg, which I think personally was probably called Londo, is inhabited by this horrible giant rat. Similarly, all the other stuff. Yes, the demons, that's what I was going to talk about. The demons are not natural-born creatures. They are born of divinity through the corruption of the, or rather the attempted creation of a new first flame, which, if you recall, I was talking about before. So the demons are born of the bed of chaos. I think these snake people, they may or may not be natural creatures, but I don't think they were created by direct divine intervention, and they are not themselves significant enough mythologically to shimmer out themselves, because they don't really have any power of their own. They're just ordinary people. Just like an ordinary hollow. You kill an ordinary hollow, it leaves a corpse. Now, what was it? Oh, hello. Are you... You're an angry snake man, okay. You gonna fall off the edge? No, that would be obliging. I suppose technically I did fall off the edge, but only after I killed it, which doesn't count, really. Yeah. These swinging blades are a huge fucking nuisance. I just hate them so much. Right, let's see if we can get back to what we were doing. Actually, we're approaching the time limit for this episode, so I'll just finish up by saying the theory of the purpose of Sen's Fortress. I think that after Gwyn died, the Silver Knights knew that without Gwyn they couldn't create any more of themselves. There is a precedent for the bringing of life to stone, and that all life ultimately having started as stone or earth. And so I think that the Silver Knights built this place as a training ground to create new brothers. in the absence of a creator god to bring their... come on, get squashed. Are you just going to throw lightning? Okay, fine. In the absence of a creator deity to bring them to life. So they carved all these statues trying to create new ones. But it never worked. None of them ever came to life. So they're just stacked here like cord wood. That's just one theory. That's a theory I have. It's as likely as any other theory. And in fact, it's more detailed than most of the theories as to what Sen's Fortress is for. It is one of the least lore-y areas in the game. There's not really any direct text referring to... Oh, hello. Man Serpent Greatsword, nice. There's not really any texts talking directly about it. And the word Sen in Japanese means 1,000. So there's a number of interpretations as to what that might mean as well. Is this the fortress of 1,000 years? Is this the fortress of 1,000 soldiers? Okay, well, I'm going to say goodbye and see you again on the next episode for more Lore Chats with Auto. Bye!